Some members of the YWC have been complaining about Bray Wyatt only wrestling on pay-per-views, so you can tell the look on their face when they see Bray Wyatt competing tonight on Raw for the first time in a long time, since forever, because you normally see Bray Wyatt on the Titantron delivering his riddles to his opponents. His last one was against Ryback. Dean Ambrose going to his suicide dive, but then was blocked by the right hand by Bray Wyatt, followed by, while he was in the middle of the ropes, a suplex onto the outside of the floor. Then while they was in the outside, they both gave each other a clothesline, knocking each other down on the floor, so that they have to tend to get up. So they was on the urge of being counted out, but then those men to both run inside the ring before they both got counted out. The fans were chanting "We were tables" like it was a tables match or a hardcore match. And the WWE fans were the "This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome!" Then Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt was on the upper turnbuckle. Dean Ambrose tried to go to a suplex, but Bray Wyatt countered. But then Dean Ambrose countered that and Bray Wyatt fall into the ring. But then out of nowhere, JJ Security interfered in this match, distracting the referee. Davey Noble comes out of nowhere and puts Dean Ambrose off the top turnbuckle. And then that's when Bray Wyatt countered that into the Sister Abigail for the 1, 2, 3, making Bray Wyatt the winner of that match between Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose. Our Triple H and Stephanie looks on from their authority office. You see Seth Rollins looking on the stage with a champagne in his hand, celebrating that JJ Security causes Dean Ambrose the match against Bray Wyatt. So then the next match we have a tag team match featuring New Day, Becky Langston and Kofi Kingston versus the Kid and Cesaro. But this time, unlike last night, Xavier Woods is banned from ringside due to the fact that the controversial was that instead of Kofi Kingston or Becky Langston pinning Cesaro, Tyson Kidd, it was Xavier Woods out of nowhere with the roll up for the 1, 2, 3, making New Day still the tag team champions. To avoid that, they banned Xavier Woods from ringside as that match happens. So Becky Langston and Kofi Kingston was stomping the mudhole out of Tyson Kidd, but in a legal way. So the referee counted to 5 to get Becky Langston out the ring, but he didn't respond to the 5 count, leading a disqualification with New Day making Cesaro and Tyson Kidd the winner of that match. But due to the fact that for this championship rematch, due to the fact that they got screwed over last night, again, still the tag team champions, Becky Langston and Kofi Kingston, due to disqualification. And then Cesaro with the belly to back deadlift, belly to back suplex on Becky Langston, and then there was a spinebuster to Kofi Kingston, about to go for the Cesaro swing. And Xavier Woods came out of nowhere and attacking Cesaro, and then Cesaro and Cesaro, Becky and Xavier Woods, Tyson Kidd started going at it. It was brawl broken out between the tag teams of New Day to Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. And then that's when Sakura, the Kalisto, came out of nowhere, New Dragons from the top rope and dive onto New Day, Becky Langston, Kofi Kingston, double drop kick onto Becky Langston. And then out of nowhere, the Los Matadores coming in and suicide dive onto Biggie Langston. And then tag team coming from everywhere. And then the Ascensions come out and join the fight and beat up the Los Matadores and the Lucha Dragons. Throw Lucha Dragons out of the ring. And then they gave the double T move onto Tyson Kidd. And front-time players come to join into the fight, knocking out everybody out of the ring. 14 sanction. Then Tyson O'Neil catching Biggie Langston with the backbreaker. Then manhandle Kofi Kingston out of the ring, and then knock out Connor out of the ring, leaving this New Day, the last tag team, standing in that ring. But then the Lucha Dragons come out of nowhere and dive on to the rest of the tag team that's on the outside, knocking everybody over. And then Titus O'Neil grabbed Xavier Woods by the hair, brought him into the ring, manhandled him into the ring. And then that's where Darren Young had the finishing move onto Xavier Woods, leaving the primetime players last man standing in that tag team. So we just found out that we're going to have a tag team, first ever tag team match inside of the Elimination Chamber. And those participants, those two, all the tag teams are New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Biggie Langston. Then we got Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, the Lucha Dragons, Los Matadores, The Ascension, and last but not least, the prime time players, as they all go for that one goal to become the WWE Tag Team Champions for the first time ever inside of an Elimination Chamber match. Boy, I can't wait until 2 weeks away to see that match, because that's going to be a blockbuster. You might even say that that match might even steal the show in that Elimination Chamber pay-per-view that's going to take place on the WWE Network for $9.99. So then we have the John Cena come out to the ring and for the usual United States Championship Open Challenge that he's been laying out as of late since going against Rusev, that he wants to be known as the fighting champion. So therefore, if anybody wants to challenge John Cena for the US Championship, they are more than welcome to try to challenge John Cena and take that championship away from John Cena. But before that happens, John Cena has a few words for the WWE Universe. The championship of our United States of America. These are the 3 words that last night helped me keep it exactly where it belongs. Now, in case you missed it last night on Payback, only one winning WWE Network, I can simply sum it up for you in 3 letters. USA. 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 And that is what I truly love about this. Guys, looking around and know everybody, we all come from different walks of life. And I hear each and every Monday, we certainly all have our differences in opinions, right? But at the end of the day, we are proud Americans. So you guys can understand the pride that I feel, the passion that I have, the admiration that I have to be honored to carry the red, white, and blue into the battle each and every single night. And it's a man like that, right there, that make this championship different than any other championship. This is a true symbol of excellence, sportsmanship, and opportunity. And each week, I give an opportunity for anybody that make history. All they got to do is accept the challenge, right? Neville, Ambrose, hell, even the injured Sami Zayn. Every single person has got a shot, no questions asked. You know what? We all know the WWE Championship is the championship, but I'm making a statement right here, right now. This is our championship, and the champ is here. So I think it's time we give our competition opportunity, don't you? But it does seem like Richmond is the place to be. So John Cena US Open Challenge starts now. You want some? Come get some. And guess who set the invitational for the Open US Championship Challenge? It's none other than the NXT Heavyweight Champion Kevin Owens. So if you're not familiar with NXT on the WWE Network, that man Kevin Owens is as cool and calculated as they come. Kevin Owens has in several months proved to be self-centered, vile, and bolder human being. He won the NXT Championship from Sami Zayn back in February. This coming Wednesday night, live on the WWE Network, part of NXT TakeOver Unstoppable. Kevin Owens defends that championship against Sami Zayn, live Wednesday night. And Kevin Owens had to say to John Cena, "Hello, John. First of all, congratulations on your victory last night at WWE Payback. This very impressive. Now, I would introduce myself, but you know exactly who I am, don't you? And if anybody out there doesn't know who I am, well, quite frankly, those people are simply not worth my time in the first place. Hold on for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we gotta do this right. NXT champion, Kevin Owens. Man, thank you. Thank you. That was nice. Thank you. Now, I know you're feeling a little guilty. You feel responsible for the injury Sami Zayn suffered 2 weeks ago in your match. But I'm actually here to ease your mind. Cause see, the truth is, Sammy was injured before he ever accepted your little challenge. He was, and I know that because I'm the one who injured him. And this Wednesday night, at NXT TakeOver on the WWE Network, when it comes to Sami Zayn, I'm going to finish what I started. It's Kevin Owens, but seems you have a lot to learn, don't you? I want you to listen very closely to what I'm about to say. You're right. Some of these people don't know you. But regardless of how anyone in this building tonight or anyone else feels, not a single person here is ever giving Vitor a waste of time. You hear that? Do you hear that? Take a good look, because without all of them, there is no you. Without all of them, there is no Raw. Without all of them, there is no WWE. This is why we are here. So, man, for one champion to another, allow me to put a stone on you some veteran advice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You giving me advice? Are you kidding me? Let me make something clear. I may not been in WWE for as long as you, but I've been doing this for 15 years. In fact, I've been doing this longer than you. The only difference between you and I is I didn't get a break until now, so you don't get to get me advice ever. You understand me? Fine then, I give you a warning. You see, I'm being in the ring with Sami Zayn. The kid blew his shoulder in half. Instead of giving up, he fired up. He looked me in the eyes and said, "Give me your best shot." I'm looking you in the eye right now. I don't see no fire. I see a scared kid who came out here to try and weather the cage of John Cena, but now he's crapping his pants because he realized bit off way more than he can chew. Better watch yourself. It takes Sami Zayn lightly, and NXT taking off for FNF Network and this live on the WWE Network. He's going to very sure he's going to take that away from you. And if you got a problem with what I'm saying, I remind you, this is Monday Night Raw, and United States Championship Open is still open. Mr. Owens, the rules are simple. You want some? Come, get some. Yeah. You know what? I am a prize fighter. I am. But guess what, John? I already have the prize, and it's the NXT Championship. So, when it comes to your little US challenge, my answer is, no. But, trust me, you and I, we are going to fight someday. But it's been on my terms, not yours. Yeah. And if you think that you have me all figured out, we go realize. And then he gave John Cena a kick to the gut. Throw him onto the ropes and then set him up for the pull-up power bomb onto John Cena. Power bomb to Cena. But then Kevin Owens took the United States Championship and the NXT Championship, one hand and the other. Puts the United States Championship down on the ground, steps on it, and lifts up the NXT Championship over his head as he makes a statement to the United States Champion Kevin Owens, who showed up on Monday Night Raw tonight and completely disrespected everyone from the WWE Universe to United States Championship to John Cena. And then Kevin Owens look above the ramp as John Cena looks back at him to make a statement that he is the champion between him and John Cena. That's the man when it comes to championships. Who thought that NXT champion will make his appearance on live Monday Night Raw, stand face to face, toe to toe, eye to eye with the WWE United States champion and John Cena. Boy, that is a night to remember in Richmond, Virginia. So then the next match we have none other than Dolph Ziggler going one-on-one against Stardust. Ziggler after last night against Sheamus, a payback, he was received over 100 stitches after that brutal affair. And the winner of that match is Dolph Ziggler with a zigzag onto Stardust for the 1, 2, 3, making Dolph Ziggler the winner of that match between him and Stardust. So then he had an interview. So then Michael Cole went into the ring and asked Dolph Ziggler, how do you feel? How do you feel after a brutal match against Sheamus? Because of the decision, he felt that his haters look away. But seriously, he said this hurts, but not nearly as bad as losing to Sheamus last night. But hey, I'm a hockey fan. This hockey playoff time is chase their scars, right? So here we go. And then that's what Michael Cole replied. Well, we could talk about, we talk about the Elimination Chamber match where the vacated Intercontinental Championship will be up for grabs. 5 competitors have already been entered. One spot remains, and I'm here to tell you that that spot will be filled by Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler was excited that he was entering into that match. R-Truth, Sheamus, Ryback. He says about time. Listen, if I do this to get my hands on Sheamus, I promise I'll go through 20 more of this if I have to get my hands on that Intercontinental Championship. Anything else that comes my way, you name it. Anything, any competitors. And then that's when Lana mysteriously walked into the ring. Rusev got rid of Lana. The announcer was knowing what Lana was doing here after she be thrown out by Rusev, after she being kicked to the curb by Rusev. She got into the ring, look Dolph Ziggler in their eye with a smile on her face, look around the WWE universe with a smile on her face. Then he gently touches Dolph Ziggler on the cheek, on his neck, and then pulls in for the kiss. A long kiss to Dolph Ziggler's lips. Ziggler looked like, and the fans chant for one more time, one more time, one more time. So then Lana one more time grabbed Dolph Ziggler by the neck and brings him into the kiss as she gently kisses Dolph Ziggler one more time. Dolph Ziggler got to be the most luckiest man in the world, not only to get the shot at the Intercontinental Championship match inside the Elimination Chamber, but you also got a kiss from none other than the Russian Lana. But then, out of nowhere, another participant in that Elimination Chamber match, Rusev came out here furious, and then he started running into the ring, and that's when Rusev and Ziggler started going at it, and then that's when Rusev knocks Dolph Ziggler down knocks him down, turns around and looks at Lana, that was pissed off the fact that he just went on to another guy in a matter of minutes, not be able to, after just not that long ago got dumped by Rusev. So Rusev looked at Lana, was furious, and asked her, if this is what you want, huh? You think this is funny? You think you just pass me on for somebody else? And I'm just going to just sit there and take it? And that's when Lana slaps him across her face. Rusev looked like, did you just slap me? I know you didn't just slap me, right? You did slap me, right? So that pisses Rusev even more off. So that he about to, and then zigzag by Dolph Ziggler out of nowhere as Dolph Ziggler walks Lana backstage. Another good 24 hours for Rusev as he being left in the middle of the ring lane on his back. Then we found out who is going to be an Elimination Chamber match to go for the Intercontinental Championship match. We have R-Truth, we have Sheamus, we have Ryback, we have Rusev, and we have, and I think Barrett, and also Dolph Ziggler. So we have a next match. It's a tag team match featuring the teaming of Zack Ryder, woo, you know it, teaming up with Fandango as they go against two former members of the Wyatt family, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, in a tag team match. And the winner of that match is by double team finisher by Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. These together spell bad news for the tag team division for the entire WWE. I don't know who will be able to match up against these guys. And then backstage, the Bellators were heading to the match. Well, think about heading to the match, her match with Naomi, but then got stopped by Stephanie McMahon as she wishes her good luck in her match against Naomi, but then also said that I do offer my sincerely on my day of Brian. I really do. But I mean, I'm the wife of a superstar too. And just to one more thing, it's the WWE, the health of a physical and mental muscle. My superstars and divas is up and most important among us as a reward about you. And that's why I schedule some counseling sessions. Yeah, because your emotions, you need to have someone to talk to. It's for that very reason. It's just, I don't know what's going on up here or in here that I don't think that you should accompany your sister naked to the ring tonight. Yeah, naked, come on, you tough. You can stand on your own. Besides, I know you can want to put your sister Brie at rest. Okay, so good luck. Go get him. Quote Stephanie McMahon. So we have a Divas match for the WWE Divas for Divas title for Miami, Florida. Naomi taking on her opponent from Scottsdale, Arizona. She is the Divas champion, Nikki Bella. But notice that Naomi had Tamina Snuka by her side as she's staying ringside as Naomi and Tamina put the DeVitos on notice last night, the winner of that tag team match, of that matchup. I talked about that makeover in the Divas division and the victory by Naomi tonight over Nikki Bella would bring that full fruition. So then Nikki Bella going for the rank attack against onto Naomi, but got super kicked by Tamina, disqualifying Naomi in that match between her and Nikki Bella, making Nikki Bella still the Divas champion. So they double teaming on Nikki Bella. And then the return of Paige. It's Paige. Paige is back. And it's Naomi who took out Paige last month. Paige won a Battle Royal to win the championship opportunity. Naomi took out Paige. We haven't seen Paige since. Paige is a true #1 contender for Naomi. Amber's in the attack, put on the injured list. Paige is back. So then she held on to Divas Championship. Paige is back and have a sights on the Divas Championship. On the side of a sights on Naomi, which one? Maybe both. Then that's when Nikki Bella and Paige was left in the ring. She turns around as Nikki goes for a championship. Paige gave Nikki Bella the DDT onto the ring as Paige hold the championship above her head, saying, "This is my house." James Paige with the rampage. Remember, she's the true #1 contender for the Divas Championship, and she won the Battle Royal last month before Naomi took her out. Paige is back. And also remember that before she was taken out, she was filming with the Bella Twins along with AJ Lee before AJ Lee retires. And they did all this mean girl stuff the Bella Twins did to Paige. And then all of a sudden, soon Paige is gone. That's when Naomi have a new attitude on the Divas division. But let me ask you this. Do that make the Bella Twins faces or heels? Because remember when Paige was around, all the stuff that the Bella Twins done to Paige over the past few months. Humiliating Paige, spray painting Paige with a spray tan over her body. Paige was going to go for the Divas Championship against Nikki Bella, but got taken out by Naomi. So then Naomi took her spot and faces Nikki Bella for the Divas Championship, but that got interfered by Brie Bella, which causes Naomi the match and the title against Nikki Bella. So let me know what you think about who's the face and heel, because in my opinion, because everybody's saying that Paige has turned heel, but Paige never turned a damn thing. She just got what's coming to the Bellas after all that humiliation was done to her over the past 2 months. She just got her payback that night in Richmond, Virginia, over the Bellas. And then Renee Young caught up with the NXT champion Kevin Owens, and she wanted to know what was the conversation about you had with Triple H in the parking lot. So Kevin Owens replied to Renee Young that they agrees that he get to face John Cena on his own terms. So in 2 weeks at the Elimination Chamber, Kevin Owens would get the chance to fight John Cena, and he wanted John Cena to pay close attention to his match this Wednesday night on the WWE Network as he goes against Sami Zayn as he puts his UNST title on the line, because that's what he's going to do to Sami Zayn, and that the champ is not there, the champ is here, quote Kevin Owens. So not only do Kevin Owens got the match against Sami Zayn this Wednesday night, but in 2 weeks he will have the match against John Cena at Elimination Chamber. So then we have the Authority, who welcomed Seth Rollins down to the ring, and that's when they honored Seth Rollins for achieving the unachievable, and that is defend his championship each and every night, and also defeated 3 competitors in that Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Randy Orton to retain his WWE World Heavyweight Championship last night at WWE Payback. And then out of nowhere, Dean Ambrose interrupts the Authority by hopping to the ring, and Stephanie McMahon replies, "Are you crazy for you to hop into the ring while all of us is in the ring?" So that's when Dean Ambrose replies that, "I'm still waiting for you to accept my challenge to face me for the WWE Championship at an Elimination Chamber match. Accept my offer or else." So then that's when the Authority tells Seth Rollins to get Dean Ambrose, take out Dean Ambrose, and then they start brawling, and then they take it to the outside, Dean Ambrose, and so then Dean Ambrose puts Seth Rollins in the same predicament that he put Dean Ambrose by putting him through a cinder block. And before that happens, Stephanie McMahon says that, "I'll give you a championship match against Seth Rollins if you walk away." Dean Ambrose was about to knock out Seth Rollins with a steel chair while he's underneath a cinder blocks. But he's over here with a steel chair, but then the JJ security stopped him, and then he started balling with Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose dived into the JJ security, knocking them both out, and then he about to set his sights on Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins runs back into the ring, and then he chases Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is trying to run on. Dean Ambrose tried to grab Seth Rollins, but then he got stopped by JJ security. So Dean Ambrose threw JJ security out of the ring, and then got boot to the face by none other than Director of Operations Kane. So he about to chokeslam Dean Ambrose, but he countered that into a clothesline. Then hit King with Dirty Deeds, but then got stopped by Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins beating over the head of Dean Ambrose and delivered Triple H's finishing move like he did last Sunday at Payback, the pedigree in the middle of the ring, as he's standing by Dean Ambrose with the championship over his head. And that was your Raw review. Guys, what do you think about Raw this past Monday night? The night after WWE Payback Pay-Per-View 2015. Did you enjoy WWE Raw this past Monday night? Would you give it a thumbs up, or would you give it a thumbs down? What do you think about the match? Almost all the matches that being added into the card of WWE Elimination Chamber match. Are you looking forward to Elimination Chamber 2 weeks away, or no? What do you think about my long review? I mean, you gotta give it to me. It is a 3-hour show. To call it detail by detail, it's going to take some time. So that's why you got a long review. But what you think about my review? Would you give it a thumbs up? Or would you give this review a thumbs down due to the fact that it was too long for you? Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section down below. I'm about to end this video right now. It's a little too long. So it's People Champ Match 83. And hope you all enjoy this review. And I'm signing out. Peace.